Yeah, I started Fervor Records in 1989, and we've been an Arizona-based label ever since. This is some of the vinyl from the original artists that are Arizona-based. Everything from Billy Clone and the Same and the Gringos from the 70s up to current-day artists like Noonday Devils and the Senators. We were the only song on the Mad Men track from an independent label, from a guy named Connie Conway, who had a label called MCI.
Fervor's goal is to perpetuate the legacy of our artists, whether they're heritage artists or vintage artists, or building the story of our new artists. And we found that the best way that we can build that legacy is by licensing music to film, TV, and advertisements, and create a large platform for audiences to connect with this incredible music, so much of which comes from Arizona. Fervor Records has music in everything from the most popular TV shows in the world, such as NCIS, to classic shows like Friends, all the way to independent films that are Sundance darlings to $100 million projects from the largest studios in the world. And we were very proud to have 12 or 13 songs in the Green Book, which won Best Picture at the 91st Academy Awards.
When we first started, we were managing an artist named Brian Page from the Valley, and he got on a show called Star Search, which was sort of the precursor to The Voice or some of those shows. And he kept winning. And somebody told us, hey, you should make sure you register Brian's songs with BMI, or Performance Rights Society, which we did, and then royalty checks started showing up for both Brian and our publishing company that published those songs. So I thought, I gotta figure out a way to do more of this. And I was a songwriter, musician myself, and so wrote a lot of music, and finally got a cut in the movie As Good As It Gets in 1996 with Jack Nicholson. You couldn't hear the song, but it was in there. And I still receive royalties to this day from that movie. So once that happened, it just kind of became my goal to pursue that, and then also to teach other musicians and songwriters and rights holders how that worked and how that literally changed my life. Stranger Things, it was season 3. I think it was the first episode from season 3. Gentlemen After Dark, which is a band from the 80s that Alice Cooper produced in Phoenix. We acquired their back catalog, and that was in a scene where it was over a montage, so it was just the song playing and the visuals. That was probably like 3.5 minutes long, and that really boosted their Spotify numbers, their social media presence, and they've actually gotten the band back together and done quite a few shows. They just opened up for Modern English, I think. It's actually a bomb shelter.
Oh my gosh.
And
whoa.
We turned it into a reverb chamber. It's actually 3 chambers. There's a hall chamber and there's 2 rooms down there. So we ran speakers and microphones down there so that we can feed back into the console. And that's what an original reverb was.
So when you bought the place, did you know?
I didn't know. We bought this as an online auction. And when I came to look at it, I noticed all these floor-to-ceiling pipes. And this room was carpeted. And I'm like, what are these things for? And there was a rip in the carpet. We ripped the carpet up and there was this door, and we opened that, and that's when we discovered it was a bomb shelter.
There's a lot of artists that aren't aware of all the revenue opportunities with their art, and they think that the only way that they can make money is by doing a show and selling merch, and that's a really tough market to be in. But we have artists that have made literally tens and tens of thousands of dollars off of one record in songwriting royalties from placing that music in film, television shows, live sporting events, and it fundamentally changes people's lives, and they've found a way to earn a living through their art.